Hello guys, this is Chemistry. Welcome to my channel. It is February 23rd at 11:37 p.m. Um, the last couple of days, I'm going to change my train of thought and I'm just going to go ahead and go into the message. And the message tonight is a little bit about my story, right? So I've shared with you guys about the fake relationship I was in where it turns out that this individual is a narcissist. So understanding that when you get into a relationship with a narcissist, it's not a real relationship because in my case, in my case, in my case, because they go into it for very, very different reasons than you go into it. Narcissists go into relationships for very um, diabolical, selfish, and evil reasons. And those are not the reasons you get into a relationship. So they come in cloaked, if you will, in what they believe you want from them so that they can give you exactly what you want while they are robbing you of other things that we have not been privy to in the past. However, now, as I mentioned several times before, we are in the age of the reveal, the revelation, the ending and the beginning, the reveal, the revelation, the ending and the beginning. So, being that we're in Revelation, we are being shown what's really been going on behind closed doors, behind the veil, in the darkness. It's all coming to light. And by it coming to light, it's going to shock a lot of people. There's going to be a level of shock that's coming. And one of the reasons why you want to prepare yourself spiritually is you don't want to shock. You don't want the incoming news to shock your spirit, your soul energy out of your body and not be able to contain things, the feelings, the emotions that are being turned on at this time, right? And so we have been given, and I give thanks to the Most High God. I give thanks to my ancestors. I give thanks to my spirit guides. Forgive me for jumping all into this video without giving my reverence, my honor, and my gratitude to those who have gone before me and who walk with me. So I give thanks. So we're going into an age and a stage of the revelation. And you don't want your spirit to be in a state of shock. So we've been given this wonderful opportunity for those who are in the sound of my voice to work through your shadow work. Because what's going to happen is the shadow work are areas of our lives that we have not shed light on, right? It's areas that you want to keep in the darkness because it's too painful to speak about it. It's too painful to talk about it. It's too painful to think about it. It's too painful to bring it up. But we have come to the time in history that remember, we do have free will, but we've come to a time in history that we need to clean these things out because they're no longer serving our highest and greatest good. But in fact, what they're doing is they're causing us to be stagnant. If we're stagnant, then we're susceptible to low vibratory energies. So in essence, basically, it's saying that if the ship is sinking, throw out everything that you don't need. That means everything. Not holding on to one thing, because if you hold on to one thing, that's the one thing your enemy is going to come after you with. So you have to be willing to give up friends. You have to be willing to give up how people see you. You have to be willing to give up people gossiping about you. You have to be willing to give up material items. You have to be willing to give up things that you love. You have to be willing to give up and walk away from anything that separates you from complete peace of mind. That is the ultimate goal. So you know exactly what your map tells you to do based off of your pain. Emotions, the purpose of emotions are to help us learn, navigate, and move forward. Emotions are not to be mishandled by you or by anyone other than you. Emotions are our thermostat. It lets us know what our next steps are. So that's why we have to go into shadow work so that we can clean out those emotions, so that we can let go of the scars, the pain, the shame, the sadness, the unworthiness of yesterday, so that we can move into a greater tomorrow. We got to let all that baggage go. That's what we're being called to at this time. That's what shadow work is. We're at a time in history that if you are able to release the past, then you will be able to grasp hold of the future. That's what this is all about. All of the pain, all of the sufferings at this time, you can choose to allow it to strengthen you and sharpen you, or you can just continue to stay in it. Now, everybody's soul is not going to wake up to do this work, but if your soul is awake to do this work, this is the better option than remaining in your past, than remaining in your pain, than remaining in things that we no longer need. If it's a mindset that you've been having all of your life, you don't need it anymore if it's not serving your highest and greatest good. It's time to let it go. We have no allegiances to the past. The promises we made to the past, I declare and decree, I renounce those promises that no longer serve my highest and greatest good. I release the thought processes that keep me stuck in a loop. I release these things. This is what you say to yourself, because we're working on our subconscious mind. We're changing our mind by changing our thoughts. We're changing our thoughts by changing what we say. We change what we say by thinking the right thoughts. We get stuck in loops of the past. We get stuck in loops where people did us wrong. We get stuck in loops of how we could have did things better. We're no longer we have the opportunity to jump out of these loops and jump into new timelines right now. But you've got to let the old go. There's a lot of reasons why a lot of things happened, and all of them are not your reasons. All of them are not your fault. They lied. They lied. They gave us a false impression of who we were so that we can self destruct. They lied. We were born into families that were intentionally programming us to self destruct. So now you can let everything go that does not serve your highest and greatest good. And now take responsibility for creating the life that you want, the life of your dreams. We've come to the end of the age at a Jubilee year, a 7-year. That means that all debts are forgiven. That means that whatever you promised yourself to, that you gave a vow to, that you said forever to, you can denounce those things now and walk into a new life. Ask for forgiveness of your past. And earnestly, with your whole heart, step into a new life with your heart as light as a feather because you left the past behind. Now you can step into a new life and create something new. This is where we are in history, in a time that it's never happened before. We're creating a new future. This is what you do when you break a generational curse, that you release everything. You renounce, you declare and decree that those things are no longer mine. And I start a new life, and you start your new life. And you let all of those vows, covenants, pacts, they're released. Now you get to move forward. This is why this time is so critical, because this has never happened in all of humanity. This is the beginning of something new. That's why it's so important. Your ancestors are counting on you. If you are hearing my voice, I'm telling you, your ancestors want you to do this. So it not only sets you free, but it sets the bloodline free. That's good news. That's good news. Now, the goal is you have to walk out whatever you have to walk out. This is something that doesn't happen overnight. This is something that you are being transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's a transformation. You walk into your transformation. You walk through your transformation. You walk into your new life through your transformation. Yeah. This is what's going on. And I can tell you for sure that you won't be able to stay on my channel if your ancestors are not trying to get this message to you through me. They chose you to do this. And now they're depending on you to do it. Some of y'all need to surrender. Some of y'all need to get rid of fear. Some of y'all are people pleasers. These things you cannot take. This is evolution in a way that it's never happened before. Who wants to miss out on that? Experiencing a brand new life at a higher vibration and a higher experience where it's never happened before. Your ancestors are behind you, in front of you. They are rooting for you. They know you got this. but it's going to take some work. You've got to be willing to give up everything in order to get everything. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. I wish I could show you the picture that they just flashed in my heart. All of the hell we've been through, now we get to go to heaven. And right now we just know it heaven as a word, but soon we will know it as a experience, as reality. I don't know how long it'll take you to go through your process. But the sooner you start, the sooner you finish. Whew, goodness gracious, that was quite a bit. So I'm gonna leave you all with this. May you lay your head down tonight and meet with your ancestors that have your highest and greatest good in mind for you, to give you the strength and the nurturing and the love and the comfort that you need as you go on your journey. Now, like a post that I posted on Facebook, I said I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. I'm looking for the ones that are already on board so that we can navigate our way to where we need to be, to raise humanity, to raise the energy of Mother Kai, to transform. So until the next time, namaste.